Okay, everybody, so this is my spoiler review of X, directed by Ty West. So it's always exciting when A24 comes out with a horror. They haven't actually come out with many slasher films, so I was excited to see what this film would be like with that mix of A24 and slasher and having Ty West on board here. And there's a lot of mixed feelings I have about this film, but mostly good. I think that it's really so awesome to see these three female leads just totally own this film, and was so impressed by how good all three of them were, and that's Mia Goth, Brittany Snow, and Jenna Ortega. And the thing is that it's blew my mind. I didn't even know while watching it that Mia Goth was playing Pearl, the old woman, as well as playing Maxine. So that's really cool to see, and she did a great job. I've never seen her in anything before, so it's always exciting. Also, I always praise Jenna Ortega and anything I review with her in it. And I always saw that she's on the rise fast, right? It's pretty unanimous she's a great actress, but this just sealed the deal for me. Like, this woman is going to be a superstar. And the moment I realized that was when she did her first scream when she saw the body in the basement. That blew my mind how good that was. And I was like, okay, she's going to win an Oscar one day. It's coming. I'll bet the house on that. And if I'm wrong, I'll be blown away. But no, I mean, this is different level of talent, so it's exciting to see where her career goes. She's only 19, so she's got a long, long career ahead of her, so that's really exciting. And she's going to be Wednesday Addams in the Wednesday show on Netflix, so I'm excited for that too. And Brittany Snow was just great here as well. And then also great was Kid Cudi, so the acting all around was just awesome. And the directing, right, with Ty West, he's great at cinematography. He's great at building tension and suspense. I really, really enjoyed the first about 40 minutes, almost the most, actually. I thought there was this eeriness to it about trying to figure out what's going on, interesting stuff happening with these adult film stars, and kind of seeing where it was going to head. And he was doing a good job at like sprinkling the old couple in, and you're like, okay, this is weird, what is happening? And it felt, at points maybe not super original, but other points very original. And I think where that originality comes in is having it be this old couple, these villains with Pearl. And I like that Pearl had a good motivation, that she missed being, this beautiful woman, being attractive. She missed having just sex on the regular, and now she's seeing it in Maxine. And I really love the scene where she looks into the shed and sees Maxine having sex and doing this and doing her thing, and she's envy of that, right? It's a good motivation for the villain. And I like how they tied it around with her when she danced, when she did her first kill in this movie, and that they brought that up. They did a lot of good things that they planted and paid off later. Perfect example of that is even with the alligator, right? I loved the shot that was overhead of Maxine swimming and the alligators following her. That was memorable to me. And to get the payoff then of the alligator eating Brittany Snow's character's head off, my favorite kill of the film, that was incredible. I do wish there was better kills, though, because in a slasher, the kills really got to land. I thought most of them were good, but some were a little lazy, especially the death of Kid Cudi's character. So that was a little disappointing. And my other disappointment to the film is I did feel like after the first 30, 40 minutes, it slowed down a little too much till we got to the final act or picked up again. So I think it had a little bit of pacing issues. The movie was about an hour and 45 minutes. I actually think you could have chopped out some of that middle and made it an hour and 30. It might have felt tighter and more exciting for where it got a little too slow for my taste. But again, I thought the music was really good. And one of the hardest laughs I've actually didn't expect in a film like this was when we saw that Jenna Ortega's character is this Catholic good girl who's set up as this prude character, but then she starts opening up. She wants to be in the film, and that she's wearing the underwear that says, Sunday on it. I thought that was hysterical. That was one of the hardest laughs I had in a while, so props for that. And there was, such inspiration from Texas Chainsaw Massacre here, and I felt that. And it wasn't as good as Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but that's, high standards. But it did its good job of like showing love for those type of films, but making its own different voice to it. Again, I think it was so close to being great. I think this is a good film. I just felt like maybe I wish there was something more here, something more that sticks with you, that like in the mind makes you feel horror, which that usually happens with A24 films. There's something psychological horror about this, but I think it was kind of going for that, but didn't really land for me. And that aspect, like I'm not thinking about it after. I think it's just a fun time, which yes, it was meant to be, but I do think it was attempting to kind of bring that in, and it didn't actually work as well as it should have. So that's where I was a little disappointed. But overall, I really enjoyed this film, and it was a surreal experience. My mom loved the movie, which was awesome. So that was cool too to see. That was like a twist for me. So it's doing something right, and I thought it was really good. So I'm actually going to give this one an 8.1. And I didn't even stay for the post credit scene. I didn't know there was one, so I watched on YouTube. So check that out. But before I spoil the post credit scene, please leave. But what I'm going to say is that if you have seen it, it's exciting that he's going to do a prequel now with Pearl, again played by Mia Goth, but the younger version of Pearl, taking place in 1918. That should be sick. And he has said he's thinking about doing a trilogy. So I think there's a lot of potential for the next one to be even better, believe it or not. I think he already wrapped filming it, and he kept it really secret. So that's cool. And yeah, I think it's definitely, if you're someone who watches my review before you've even seen the movie and like getting spoiled, it's worth it. A trip to the theater for sure. If you like slashers, I think it gives you exactly what you want in that field, but I don't think it's totally changing the game or groundbreaking or something that's that memorable. But again, I think it's definitely worth it, especially for these performances by the three leading ladies here. So make sure to put this one definitely on your watch list for sure. And please follow me at Steve Varley Show on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok for more of me. And I'll see you next time.